Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen. Tonight's title, Train Station. Uh, there's some great things to say about that, and Christopher will get to that here momentarily. A quick piece of housekeeping for anyone who's out there joining us for the very first time. Be sure to say something so I know you're here. First time, of course, readings are free, but going forward after that, it's just $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month. Now, I don't have much to say on tonight's title, but I will say that our minds are much like train stations, and the thoughts that pass through can either be helpful or not. And it's a really good idea before we share some of those thoughts to maybe ask the question, hey, is this helpful? That's one of the things that's my favorite in the Four Agreements is it's like there's this filter where is it helpful, is it kind, and is it necessary? So those are, just little things to incorporate in life to make it better. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Here's Christopher. Enjoy the show.
A great blessing, a great Wednesday night to you all. And I light the incense. I hope I light the incense. There we go. Come on, lighter. We did it. Fire. Thank you so much. And this incense is to help you integrate. A lot of things come at us every day. Life, things we've learned, things we've been through. So I bless you with integration. And sometimes that takes a little rest. It takes your mind, which is a physical entity, time to catch up. So allow yourself that time. And universe, show me how to integrate everything that I've learned, everything that I'm learning. Okay? So great blessings to you all on this. What I had to say about the train station, if any of you have ever been at a train station, or let's say even an airport. If you're at the train station and you're standing on the edge of the tracks looking down the track, does that make the train come faster? You're hoping it's going to be there. You hope it's going to be on time. You got to get on that train. You got to get on that train. You got to get on that train. It doesn't make it come faster. This is where patience. You know the train is coming. Life happens. Sometimes you just have to wait for it. And this is the idea, or really the main principle behind the group card tonight. So this is called the Earth Star activation. We've talked about it before, but this is a chakra, an energy chakra, that's about 12 inches below your feet. This chakra, if you just take a minute, if your feet are on the ground while you're watching me, whether you're sitting or standing or wherever you're at, just take a minute and focus your energy about 12 inches below your feet. And if you need to write yourself a sticky note to do this in the morning by your bathroom mirror while you're brushing your teeth, whatever it is that you're doing, or on your computer, focus your energy about 12 inches below your feet and ground to the earth. This is the gateway to really the mysteries, the underworld. This is the gateway to really all of the answers, or many of the answers. Whereas most people are really focused on their crown chakra or opening up to a higher source coming in. That's important as well. But this is about grounding. And if you're seeing clients, if you're seeing patients, before each patient, take 30 seconds, activate, connect to that earth chakra, that earth star activation. The goddess Isis is on this card, and It has to do, this is about staying aware. So it's not just staying grounded, but Isis is the goddess of awareness and just being aware and manifesting what it is that we need to grow. Look at the proliferation of the earth and what it grows, and the millions and millions of varieties of plants and animals and life. It's a pro at growing. It's going to help you grow. And that's the importance of grounding with this earth chakra. And it also helps you to pull up not just experiences in this life, but experiences from previous lives that will help you evolve even faster and more in this lifetime. Also, helping you discover any potential rejected parts that you've rejected or thought that weren't necessary. You've probably experienced that, where you've given something away to Goodwill, or you threw something away, and then like the next day, oh, I could have used that. This is reconnecting to anything that you may have discarded or forgotten about. That's the other benefit of connecting with this 12 inches below your feet, to help you remember that. And it'll help you stay firmly rooted in your endeavors. So rather than pushing forward, standing at the train, waiting for it to come, trying to force it to come, this will keep you grounded and knowing that what it is that you need and want, it's coming. In fact, it's already there. Okay, we are good to go for tonight. Who do we have on first?
Marilyn Pitts.
Hey, Marilyn Pitts. Okay, here we go. So, Marilyn, let me, this is the Priestess card. What if we were all born into a tremendous life of privilege? Because we are. We're born into this amazing life of privilege. If the egg cracks from the outside, there's death. But if the egg cracks from the inside out, there's life. The chick cracks the eggshell, and it knows instinctively that there's life outside. And you're about to crack, Marilyn. But you're cracking from the inside out. And that can feel sometimes disconcerting. Because things are falling away that used to be secure, that secured you within the shell. That's fantastic. And so there's this uncertainty. Well, if I crack the shell and I go beyond my comfort zone, what's the outside world like? And girl, you are one amazing chick, okay? You're just one amazing chick. So trust. You know, Jared, Kat, every one of you, Laura, is Laurel on the show tonight?
Not yet.
Well, any of you, right? Laurel getting up on the stage, opening a new office, Jared, opening a new studio, Cat, Lindsay, even doing a painting. Are you willing to forget about the hawk that might be waiting for that shell to crack? There's a universal direction here. That shell was meant to crack from the inside out. We were meant to grow. We were meant to get out of our comfort zone and do some scary things. Do some things that are not within that shell. And so, Marilyn, this is losing old behaviors that once served you. They're not wrong or bad. Old behaviors are what they were. They were formed when they needed to be formed in order to protect you at that time, but not anymore. There's new beliefs, new awarenesses. Okay, who's next?
Your sister, Diane.
Hey, Diney. Okay, here we go. This is the logic card. So Sunday night, I talked about past lives with all of you. I've really never done that before, but that's what came up. But if this had been a new show with new people that I didn't know, I could have come across as cuckoo, right? I joke about this Chinese saying that I learned while I was in China. The term is Sum Ting Wong. There has to be for people to get from point A to point B, they do need logic. They do need a reasonable explanation to keep the brain safe. So this is not just spouting or spewing what other people would term illogical, but this is building a rapport with people and using logic as a bridge. And you do that by asking questions to them, having them come to the conclusion. Then you can talk about fairies and ghosts and whatnot, because you don't even know that they believe or they've had any experiences with anything of the metaphysical world. So there's this tool that we've been given. Help people use their tool. Help people use their brain. And you're very smart. Like, you have that ability. And it's important because the universe is illogical. There's so many things that science does not understand, do not know why things happen the way that they do. But in order to solidify the logic is important. Just like Lindsay, what kind of painter would you be if you did not, or what kind of an artist would you be if you didn't have a canvas to paint on, or if you didn't have anything to paint on? You could spend all day describing your painting to somebody that's in your head, but you need the canvas. So the canvas is like the logic, right? So people can actually see, touch, feel that piece of artwork. So this is about honoring you, Diane, as a piece of artwork, and everyone on the show. You are a unique piece of artwork. And use logic to help people cross that illogical bridge. Okay, here we go. Who's next?
Got Austin and Lindsay.
Okay, Austin. Even in the darkest nights of the soul, Austin, there's always some form of light. So I had this discussion with a woman the other day that was really had been battling depression. And she's not really a depressed person. Like, she's pretty happy. And so when that happens, things can really begin to pull in and collapse, and a person can really develop some dark thoughts. But I'm going to ask you, where are those thoughts coming from? Who were you around? Who did you talk to? So I play this game with people. I'm going to say, okay, Austin, if you knew where this energy was coming from, or where these thoughts were coming from that weren't yours, I'm going to count to 3. And when I get to 3, pop out the name or pop out the situation. Because it can be a situation from when you were younger, where you're traveling back and traveling along those ruts in the road, that same old way of thinking. This is you moving out of the old way of thinking about yourself or about life or about situation, and bringing in something completely new. This is the integration card that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. So if I said, okay, Austin, 1, 2, 3. First word or situation that pops in your mind is probably where that old way of thinking or old way of doing things is coming from. Okay? So that's really important for you. Because there's always the light. And understand that you're a light. Like you have a way of helping people light up. And anywhere where you were told differently by your family or friends or whoever, are you willing to get rid of that? Because it's not yours. Okay. And then?
Yeah, Austin and Lindsay both, so Jared in Paradise.
Okay, Lindsay, I've got, okay. Next is Lindsay. Okay. So, Lindsay, that's okay. You haven't painted in a long time. There's always tomorrow. And what if you just went into you just found a piece of canvas, took a brush, painted one color on the canvas, and then walked away? You painted. Are you free of judging yourself? So let's take an empress. Let's take a queen. Let's take a princess. Let's take any political person, right? Or any person in any position of importance or labels. There's always going to be critics. Are you willing to let go of being your own critic? Any judgment on, I haven't painted in a long time, I'm an artist, and I haven't painted in a long time. There is no time. Time is an illusion. You're painting your life every day, whether it's on a canvas, on your children, on your family, on your work. You are a painter, Lindsay. You're a painter. It doesn't have to be on a canvas all the time, but it can be. And what if I'll read something and then I'll leave it for a day, a week, a month, and I'll go back and I'll pick it up where I left off. What if you just went in and did one brush stroke? Because you're doing that every day. You're doing it in people's minds. You're doing it in people's hearts. You're an artist. You know what, Lindsay? We all are. It may not be on a canvas. It may not be with clay. It may not be with singing. Whatever it is, we're still an artist. We're painting every day. We're creating. And we get to choose whether that's going to be dark or whether that's going to be really light, whether it's going to be beautiful and sunny and flowers. That's what I love about this card. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. And also, just Google the goddess Isis, Isis, I-S-I-S, Isis, the goddess Isis in Egypt. I think you'll be inspired. Okay, who's next?
Jared and Kat.
Jared and Kat. Awesome. All right, Jared. You get an associate's degree, then you get a bachelor's degree, then you get a master's degree. I have to explain to people every day, you can't start with a master's degree. You start with an associate's, go to a bachelor's, go to a master's. What lights you up? Become a master of one thing at one time. You have a main dish. We just had Thanksgiving. So maybe the main dish is turkey or ham, main dish. But then you have all the side dishes. Okay, they're not wrong or bad. They're actually really good. So, I don't know, creamed corn, green beans, stuffing, gravy, mashed potatoes. Those are all sides. But the main dish is the turkey. And you really focus on that, especially if you're having people come over. This is the focusing on one thing right now, the main dish. What is that? Is what is going to benefit you the most right now? What is going to bring you the life that you want? And you focus on the turkey, the side dishes will fall into place. And if you have to feel like you're letting other things go on the side, that's fine. That's fine. No, be free of judging yourself, because no one is really a master at everything. You become a master in your lifetimes, maybe over one thing or two things or maybe three things, right? But this is being very, very patient and kind to yourself. And I talked about the train station, Jared and Kat, and I'm talking to everybody on the show now. That the answers will come, the train will show up on time when it's supposed to. Looking down the track won't make the answers come any faster, or hoping for the answers. Know that when you need the answer will be there. So think about it as Jared and everyone on the show is iCloud storage. Okay? You'll be able to say the right thing at the right time to the right person. You cannot say the wrong thing to the wrong person. You can't say the right thing. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. The train will show up. The thought will come through. The knowledge will be there. And be free of forcing your opinion. Be free of forcing your ideas. Be free of forcing your stories on anything or anyone. Okay, Kat, here we go. Kat, be present. Stay centered. As Kenan started the show, our thoughts are like trains. It's like a huge train station. If you've ever been to Grand Central Station, if you've ever been to any train station, I mean, trains are just whizzing by, and they're not your train. They're not your train. They're not your train. They're not your train. And then your train stops. You know it's your train. These are thoughts coming in and going, coming in and going. Let them go. So this is kind of similar to Jared's card, where the timing, trust the timing of the universe. And are you willing to let go of any thoughts that you've judged impure or sinful? This is letting go of all of that. This is Kat. This is who you are. And you're a brilliant light. There's no one else like you. There never will be anyone like you. Know that you are pure. This is staying present. All your power comes from being in the present. So, sending you energy to let go of the past, let go of the worry about the future, stay present, day to day, moment to moment, Kat. This is where your real power is coming from. And windows will open, doors will open for you. look on, see if they have selenite night lights. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't even know if Amazon has selenite night lights. But I'm getting to place, you know, those plug-in night lights that you just plug in. I'm getting you to I'm getting to place night lights like at the base of your stairs with the selenite, with obsidian or kyanite or any of those protective stones. And even for the kids' sake, to have night lights. Okay, here we go. Who's next?
After Jared and Kat, it's
Yep.
Marilyn and Abby.
Hey, Marilyn and Abby. Okay, Marilyn. Universe. One verse. So, if I had to boil down my one verse, it would be I empower others. I empower myself, I empower others. This is taking, Marilyn, it's one verse. I don't know if it's something that Unity or Marilyn Myrtle Fillmore, I don't know if it's from the Bible, but there's one verse that your guides are telling you to come back to. One verse that years ago meant a lot and it's coming to fruition now, or they're wanting to remind you of it. I've never seen this before, so I'm not. I apologize that I'm taking a minute to describe this, because I would ask you, all of you on the show, what is your one verse? What is it that you live by? What is it to look at this one verse and allow it to come to you? Allow this, actually, inspired. It's inwardly inspired. It's something you've always lived by, and it's coming up, Marilyn. Yeah. So there's words are spells. Words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. So take a moment and allow that to come up. There's no wrong, but you'll know when you feel it. There's something inspired that's coming up with all of us. And from this show, notice this week and the next weeks to come, What inspires you? What words come up? And that's what we do. We inspire others with these spells. Okay. All right, Abby. Preserver. So I've never been pregnant, but you have. And you know what that feels like. It's not always pleasant, I understand. Sometimes it very much is, but there's also some discomfort. Any discomfort that you're experiencing, I'm talking about this in a spiritual sense, Abby. Any discomfort that you're feeling, know that you're pregnant. But you're pregnant in the idea of giving life to something new. And it can be really kind of uncomfortable at times, or worrisome, or you get a little frustrated, or you get a little bit of... That's when you know that something's coming up. Something's kicking. Something's kicking and you kind of feel it, and it can be uncomfortable. You're being kicked right now. You're being reminded that there's something coming to fruition. Just be patient. You can't rush pregnancy. It takes the time that it takes. But know that something's coming around that is going to benefit the world. And understand that what you're already doing, what we're all already doing, and who we already are, is a benefit in and of itself. But wait, there's more. There's more coming up. There's more happening. This is you. This is really all of us pregnant with these new ideas. And sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable. Like, well, I kind of get this idea, but it's not really coming together. It's like, yeah, it is. It is. Cancel, clear, delete. Anywhere where your belief or your words have said it's not coming together, it's coming together. Remember what Kenan wrote on this note last night or Monday night? No matter what happens, only good will come of it, because I say so. It's because you say so. Okay. All right. And then we have...
Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. Happy Wednesday. You're being called upon, Teresa. Well, not being called upon, it's happening. To step into something that's really, really out of your comfort zone. So we've talked to Marilyn Pitts about the eggshell, and life comes from the inside out. Cracking the eggshell of what you would not normally do or think that you were capable of. You're absolutely perfectly capable of it. This is having... You've got the courage. You just have got the courage. Look at all the changes you made in the past few months, the past couple of years. It's been phenomenal. So know how courageous you are. Remind yourself of that. You got this. You really have got this. It's like a... It's like being in front of people, like speaking, teaching. If you're thinking about putting together a class, do it. It's going to be very, very successful. But this is calling upon your courage. Bring, you know, go out to the garage, unpack that courage box, because you've got it. Got it. You just need to unpack it. You're good. Okay. Oh, good. So you have several salt lamp night lights throughout the house. Put them at the base of the stairs. I don't know if you have Cat. I'm talking. I saw Cat's comment.
Lindsay was saying too.
What's that?
Oh, just Lindsay said earlier about it.
Oh, and Lindsay says, I agree with that. I feel that lately the brush strokes have turned into mud. The more I paint my life with that I think is bright and beautiful color, the more dark and muddy it's becoming. I'll look up Isis. Thanks. So you're creating what you're thinking, Lindsay. Can you switch that thinking around? It's your thinking. And so Isis will help. All right.
Doreen hasn't said anything yet, but she's out there.
Hey, Doreen, you're out there. Okay. Thanks for being here.
She's last, I think.
Okay, Doreen. So, Doreen, you're loving what you do. That is going to translate into everything you create. Like, for instance, Doreen has this on Facebook. She's created these toffee bars that are to die for Christmas. So you can order them on Facebook from Doreen, but it's not just the ingredients, the physical ingredients, it's the love that you're putting into it. The love that you came up into doing it is what people are going to be eating. Okay? It's this blessing that you put on this food that you're creating for people that brings them together and reminds them of who they love and what they love. So here's the underlying reason, right? Like Lindsay, your judgment on mud. Mud's good. Mud serves a purpose. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a mud mask. It's just expanding your judgment. This is about you, Doreen, going further and understanding what it is you're actually doing. I'm doing this show because, yes, I love what I do, but it's because I love you. It's because I am in this sense of wonder, like, what is happening? And when all of you text me or call me or tell me these stories about your lives and about the wonder of them and these miracles that are happening, like Marilyn Pitts, I could write a book on every one of you and some of the stories that have happened. There's always balance with you, Doreen. So I don't know if you've recently gotten a yin-yang symbol. And do some research. Just Google, what does yin-yang mean? There's something very powerful about your gift that you're bringing to the world that helps to bring balance. Okay. All right. Okay, so Kat, you already have them in their rooms, and they're already at the base of the stairs. Okay, so Kat, I want you, well, I don't want you to do anything. I'd highly suggest you bless each one of them. You go around and you bless, because stones can get overloaded. But going around and praying over them or blessing them, it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be like a long prayer, but bless them. There's something with those lights that's important. Make a game of it. Have the kids bless the lights. It's Christmas time. It's a celebration of lights. That would be fun for the kids to do and for all of you to do together, is bless the lights. And you pray over the lights. It'll be fun. Okay? We got everybody?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will see you all Sunday night. Many blessings.